Hi, so I want to take a few minutes to talk about some old news. Might be small in nature, but it's more going to talk about character. You see, part of the problem that we're having in our society is we do not look at character. We look at money, fame, prestige, the narratives. We don't look at the fact that people use other people to be where they're at. And we're making more of a big deal out of something that's small in nature. So a few days ago, Justin Timberlake had a wardrobe malfunction. And it's a little smaller than you might. You can go look it up. It's all over TikTok. I was blown away because I was scrolling through TikTok last night when I probably should have been sleeping. And lo and behold, it was not there. And there's going to be lots of memes, lots of funny things, all those kinds of things out there. But I think that's really not the issue. I think the real issue is character. Because at the end of the day, it's your character. And when we worship people or we encourage bad character, we're not helping people. You see, they'll eventually have karma or reap what they sow, whatever language you want to use around that. And that ends up being more shame, more humiliation for that person. And that's what I'm wanting to get. And then a lot of times they'll build their backs, their career or part of their career will be using other people. You see, when that wardrobe malfunction happened with Janet, part of it was he kept silent. He didn't have integrity. What does that remind you of? Maybe Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz? They used Oprah in a lot of ways. And there you go. But we also have to look at what Justin did to Britney. And look at these actions. If we would have held him accountable instead of going into the narrative of what our society says, you have money, you have fame, you're a white male, you can do no wrong. It's the women. Would things have changed? You see, we held Janet to a higher standard. We held Britney to a higher standard. We hold Oprah to a higher standard because of what they carry in their pants. But do we hold Justin to a higher standard because of what he doesn't carry in his pants? This is something I really wanted us to talk about. We have to change these narratives because it eventually does come back. The karma comes back, or the reaping what you sow comes back. We need to start looking at the narratives and changing the narratives. This isn't cool. And that's what I want to talk about. How can we change these narratives? Because if we don't, we're going to keep repeating this, and it's going to cause us harm. We're going to be duped. We're going to be fooled. I want to take one more second to talk about something. Character is what keeps our reputation going years and years. It's how we're remembered. You know, there were many women who were courageous and brave and stood up on the bus and said, "You will not make me sit at the back of the bus because of my race and my gender." And one of those women was Rosa Parks. They made a Barbie out of her. And you know, I have that Barbie to remind me to be courageous. There's other women of history Barbies that I have. I have another one. And what I'm saying is they're remembered because of their character. Now, character doesn't mean you're perfect, but they're remembered because of that. And that's what I want you to think about. Because this is where we want to go. Money and fame can come with character. But money and fame will fade away if you don't have character. And we need to not worship money and fame. We need to stand beside character with money and fame. And if people don't have character with money and fame, we need to walk away, because that is not what we want. Because if they start to influence, which we're starting to see, it can create problems for others. So on that note, I hope that was helpful. I tried to record this earlier and I ended up getting a little more, saying some things about some other people. And I really wanted to just keep it on the characters. Keep it on the character. Ha ha ha. So, but I hope I really want us to start thinking about that. So on that note, I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.